This is our paragraph, which is from this mind mapping book. We've got 52 words in this paragraph. We divide it into 3 sentences. Let's take the first sentence, visual note-taking is nothing new, and break it down into words. We have a 6-word sentence. Imagine you could only keep 3 words. Visual note-taking is nothing new. Well, is needs to go. Note-taking. Note is enough. I don't need the taking. What I would do there is I would say visual note new. It's a question. Is visual note-taking new? Our next sentence is a lot longer. We've got 28 words here. The goal here is to unpack it down to 14 words. So we've got you can see it in primitive cave paintings. I don't really need the you. I might keep see it in. Get rid of those. Well, I don't need the. I don't need the of. I could probably manage with just Egypt. I don't need ancient. I don't need and the. Get rid of and the of. Get rid of the and there and as. I don't need the such. I don't actually need sketches because notes of great thinkers like Leonardo, we've seen his notes, we know what they're talking about, so that'll do. What if you could only keep 3 of those words? I don't really need see. Primitive cave paintings, well, primitive I don't need. Cave probably reminds me cave paintings. I know what she's talking about. Hieroglyphs Egypt, well, I don't need Egypt because hieroglyphs we know is all about Egypt. I don't need Da Vinci. Leonardo's enough. Great thinkers. I don't really need great thinkers because we know Leonardo and Michelangelo are great thinkers. Now, notes. We're already talking about notes. So we don't really need notes anymore. Leonardo and Michelangelo are kind of very similar stage. So I prefer to keep Leonardo because of his notebooks. So we'll put Michelangelo on the pile. Sorry, Michelangelo. So that leaves my 3 keywords as cave, hieroglyphs, Leonardo. That was our first sentence. This is our second sentence. Our next sentence, left to their own devices, most children, many adults, sketch and doodle while listening to new ideas. These 16 words, the challenge is what 8 words would you keep? Well, we know we don't want the 2 there. Well, left on their own. Most children, we don't need the most. Let's get rid of and many. We don't need the and. We can make the doodle stand for sketch and doodle. We can get rid of the while too. The challenge now is what would happen if we could only keep 3 words from this. There's no rules about what's the right one and what's the wrong one. The goal here is what words help you remember the original meaning of that sentence. Let's see. I think I don't need left and own. I'll just take adults out of this. I would probably take listening you away. Children doodle ideas. For me, that summarizes that sentence. You might have different ones. That's allowed. Let's go through and see if it still holds the value. Visual notes, new. Cave, hieroglyphs, Leonardo. Children doodle ideas. I'm going to see, what if you could only keep 1 word from each? Which would be that word? Just as a challenge. I would probably say new. I would probably keep cave. And I'd probably doodle. Now why? Is visual note-taking new? No, it's not. It started at the caves and we still doodle. That's why. Let's turn this into a mind map. We've got our keywords. So we started with visual note new. The center of the mind map, I would say it's about note-taking. And then visual. And then the question is it new? And the answer is, we've got the example of cave paintings, hieroglyphics, Leonardo. Well, I'm going to get rid of children and ideas because doodle, we said children and adults. So that's everyone. That's how it would turn into a mind map. Note-taking, visual, is it new? No, it's not. Cave painting, hieroglyphics, Leonardo, doodle.